By day 10 of the trip, it was absolutely clear that something had changed in America. Less than 2 weeks ago, when Khrushchev rode into Washington, the crowd stood silent, sullen and afraid. Now they smiled, cheered and rejoiced. Of course, in these 10 days, Khrushchev had not converted Americans to communism, but he had succeeded in charming them. And it can be said that to some extent, he even freed them from the fear. After all, he seemed like a down-to-earth fellow who laughed and joked and sometimes lost his temper. In other words, he was just like one of them. Surely a guy like that won't start a nuclear Armageddon. Yes, he was still the world's top communist, but nobody's perfect, right? And so, in spite of all his flaws, Americans just kind of liked the old guy. And Khrushchev seemed to like them too. While visiting a steel mill in Pittsburgh, one of the workers presented him with a cigar. Khrushchev didn't smoke, but he was clearly touched by this gesture. He put the cigar in his pocket, thanked the worker, and then, unexpectedly, took off his wristwatch and handed it to him. Nikita Khrushchev's watch turned Kenneth Jackie into an instant celebrity. Next day, he even took Khrushchev's watch to a jeweler to find out how much insurance he should get. But the jeweler told him not to bother. It turned out that the ruler of the largest nation of the world wore a $14 watch.
From Pittsburgh, Mr. Khrushchev flies back to Washington. He returns to the capital city from which his American journey began. Behind him are busy days of traveling and constantly meeting people. Ahead are a few days of private conversations with President Eisenhower.
Khrushchev's return to Washington marked the end of his fun road trip across America. Next on the schedule was work. The two most powerful people in the world, Chairman Khrushchev and President Eisenhower, were to sit down at Camp David and negotiate solutions to the many burning issues of the Cold War. By now, it was clear that the White House agenda had fallen through. Khrushchev hadn't been softened up for the talks as originally planned. In fact, he was going in stronger than ever.